Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. Don't even play, out of my way, get out of my way, out of my way, out of my way.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Williams. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aleem McNeil. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Williams. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 40. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. And, see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
20. 12.
Goff now looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Bears had 14-2 heading into this final week. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. To throw, Williams. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
The 36-yard line.
To the air, Williams. That's taken in by Duvernay. And still fighting. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender, give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Gone. Short throw is Higbee. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
180.
Goff now looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
4 down. Maverick wall. What's that?
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of down.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
We go tonight. 180. Shell.
To throw is gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now it's gone. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
Maverick roll. 180. Hey, Shell.
Again, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. These two teams all tied after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they'll see what they can do on third and goal.
We go. Two. Black 20.
Out of the gun. Gone. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up fourth and goal. Bates' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's good.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. From the 33, here's second down and 8. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw is Williams. Escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
That's good for another Chicago Bears.
Now Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. Rolling to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have regained the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That is caught. It's Xavier Hutchinson. And he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
120.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Off play action. Here's Goff. And this one is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now Goff. Touchdown! A great play there. 27 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Bears have yet again retaken the lead. Santos with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Lions 17. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
DJ Moore.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Williams. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. A great effort there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Williams.
They'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory.
And the Bears, 1st down.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
Flush to his right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half. And he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 20-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson puts it off.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Williams.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position.
And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I'd say it's a pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final shot before break here. Gone. Open man, that's too slow. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Santos kicking off for Chicago.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Gone. Dumps it off to Edwards. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now gone. Forced out to his left.
To the left side, he finds Teslau.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect. They'll try to pick up another 1st down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
180.
Here's Gone.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We go tonight.
This to Laporta, right side.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down.
Cut. 20.
Back to throw. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Higbee. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Lions 24. Jack Fox picking off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
To the air, Williams.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Aleem McNeil able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Goff.
That's complete to Hutchinson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Goff now looking to throw.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Gibbs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Ric Flair.
Here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Black 20. Obama.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Flushed out right.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Yeah, they clawed their way back into this game. First half, they were down pretty big. Now, all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. How have they done it?
First thing is what you just talked about, clawing their way back in. That means they've decided to go ahead and fight this thing out, which is great. The second part is they looked at where the problems were in the first half, figured out how to shore them up, and have now gone to that part of the playbook that is actually working for them. A few adjustments, a few changes, and really good execution.
Now we'll see if that trend can continue. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Gone.
Over the middle, he's got to Slaw.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The first down carry by Elliott. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Elliott diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Bears 42, Lions 32. Santos to kick
now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Goff now looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
First down, Detroit.
Play action. It's gone. That's complete to the Porter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again is gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And that is no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Gervon Dexter coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Out of the gun. Gone. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Louis. Like 20.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Xavier Hutchinson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be...
Evades the tackler and now some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
106 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Hayden Hurst. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears will add to their 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. He'll buy some time right. And this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
27-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
To throw, Williams. Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott.
And we'll get a few yards here to the 34.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
They'll give it to Odunze on the jet sweep. Down the sideline he goes. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
That's good for another Chicago Bears. First down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.